Hello everyone, welcome to Module 1 Introduction to Python. In this lecture, we are going to learn about the difference between Python 2 and Python 3. Let's have a look on table of contents. Here, we will learn what is Python 2, what is Python 3, why should learn Python 2, why should learn Python 3, and the key difference between Python 2 and Python 3. Let's have a look on what is Python 2. Python 2 is the second version of Python. All versions released with 2.x come under Python 2. It made code development process easier than the earlier versions. That's why it is used in web development at a large scale. Python 2.7 is the last version of Python 2 and it will not be developed further from 2020 as it has been announced from the Python's developer team. Now we will consider what is Python 3. Basically, Python 3 is the third version of Python, which was released on December 2008. This version was mainly released to fix problems which exist in Python 2. The nature of the changes is such that Python 3 was incompatible with Python 2. That's why it has been backported to Python 2x version to make the migration process easy in Python 3. Why we should learn Python 2? The first reason is to become a DevOps engineer and you need to work with configuration management tools like Puppet or Ansible. You must have to know both of these versions, Python 2 as well as Python 3. If your company's code written in Python 2, you must have to know Python 2. If your development team is working on a project that depends on a specific third-party libraries or software which are not able to port to Python 3, then in that condition you must have to learn Python 2 because that is the only option available for you. Why we should learn Python 3? Python 3 supports modern techniques like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. Python 3 is supported by a large Python developers community. Getting support is so much easy. It is also easier to learn Python language in Python 3 compared to earlier versions. It has also powerful toolkit and libraries. Python 3 is mixable with other languages easily. That's why these are the main reasons for learning Python 3 besides of Python 2. Now we will understand the key difference between Python 2 and Python 3. The main difference is in division operator, print function, Unicode, X-range and range, error handling and in future module. Now we will consider all of these one by one. First of all, we will understand the division operator difference between Python 2 and Python 3. When we are doing the integer division in Python 2, it consider it as integer and give output also in integer format. While in Python 3, if we are dividing two integers, then it will give the accurate result in float number. Like in example, when we are dividing 7 by 5 in Python 2, it gives output as 1, while Python 3 will give output as 1.4. Now we will understand the difference in print function. This is the most well-known change. In this, the print keyword in Python 2 is replaced by the print function in Python 3. However, parentheses work in Python 2 if a space is added after print keyword because the interpreter evaluates it as an expression. While in Python 3, if you are not using the print function and using the parenthesis after the print keyword, then you will always get an error. Now we will consider the difference in Unicode. In Python 2, implicit string type is ASCII, but in Python 3, implicit string type is Unicode. So look at example. When we are asking for the type of a string with B, then Python 2 is giving the output as a string type, while Python 3 is giving output as white class type. Because in Python 3, Unicode is used as implicit string function. Now we will consider the difference in xrange and range. The new range function is introduced in Python 3 to perform iterations, while in Python 2, xrange is used for iterations. The purpose of both xrange and range is same, but the keywords is only different. Now we will consider the difference in xrange and range. The new range function is introduced in Python 3 to perform iterations, while in Python 2, xrange is used for iterations. The purpose of both xrange and range is same, but the keywords is only different. Now we will consider the difference in error handling. Look at the example. There is only a difference of as in Python 3. In Python 3, we must have to use as for the error handling, while in Python 2, there is no need to use as for the error handling purpose. Now we will consider the difference in future module. This is basically not a difference between the two versions, but a useful thing to mention here. The idea of future module is to help migrate to Python 3. If we are planning to have Python 3 support in our 2 code, we can use future import in our code. You might have not cleared with the ideas of difference between Python 2 and Python 3 because you don't have the basic ideas regarding Python 2 and Python 3. I'll be discussing all these things during the training when we will learning the code and we will practicing all these in Python 2 as well as in Python 3. Now have a look in this picture. Python 3 is gradually increasing day by day rather than Python 2. Now it's time for Aaj Ka Gyan, and that one is always try to do pair programming if you want to enhance your skills. Pair programming is a technique that involves two developers working at one workstation to complete a task. The two developers switch between being the driver and the navigator. The driver writes the code while the navigator helps guide the problem solving and reviews the code as it is written. Switch frequently to get the benefit of both sides. Now it's time to end the lecture. So thank you. See you all in the next lecture.